I'm back. Got to get to the bottom of this fuel gauge not working. It's causing me a bit of trouble. I broke down twice after 2 shows. Been using it for work, trying to crack the miles up on it. See where the problems are. First one was, my first breakdown was the wire come off the fuel pump, and then my battery went flat. I've not got the proper battery in the car, so I've got to get a new battery for it, which I know. But I've got to fix this fuel gauge. So it's going to be the sender unit or the gauge itself, instrument panel, whatever you call it. Right, let me turn this around. Yeah, so I've done 2 shows, both breakdowns. I thought it was actually, I've got no fuel in it. I got some fuel, thinking it had no fuel in it, and it didn't need none, basically. So it's gonna well be the fuel pump block filter or something silly like that. But we'll get to that problem. But this is one of the main problems. So basically, what I'm gonna do is test this fuel sender. Obviously, if you've got a hatch, fuel tank's underneath. Let's see if you can see me. Yeah, fuel tank underneath. Keeps just there. Sender's just there. Oh, this wire off. Get off. I'm gonna stand up. Right, we're off. Right. Now, to test it, you need a 4 ohm resistance thing in a juggy tester. I ain't got one of them, so I'm going to improvise. Let's see if you can see my improvisation. Right, yeah, on top of there. So I'm going to improvise. Now, I'm no good with electrics, but I've been told this will work. Now, I don't think the light bulb will light up. It will just basically the gauge will work. Right, let's connect that to that. So let's move this down a bit. Yeah. Right, there we can see what we're doing. Connect that to that, and this to an earth. This is a good earth. Obviously, if I had another person here, I could use them to hold it. Right, that's that. So I ain't done this before, but apparently the light bulb won't light up, but it will make resistance to make the fuel gauge go up. But I think that's too much the ohms or whatever it is the bulb is. So what I'll do is switch it on and then turn it off quick before it does anything. So let's have a look. Actually, there's no point you being around here. Let's go here. So the gauge ain't been working. It's been on getting it on the minimum. Well, that's where it stays when you basically put the keys in it. So if it goes up now, it's got to be the sender unit. Here we go. Let's turn this off before it does anything. So basically, you know the problem. Let me get out. So basically the problem's going to be the sender. So let me get my invention off. Right, the wire was getting resistance to the actual sender, but the sender's obviously this is me. I've had a go of it with a screwdriver at the minute, but I'm just going to try and clean it up and try and see if it works. Right, I found the problem with the sender was actually caked in garbage, but the fuel thing's working. Fuel gauge is working. Yeah, Jamie, take the thing off so make it go down. Is it going down?
That should be down.
Yeah, it's going down. Yeah, working. So.
If you just lift that up a little bit gently.
Got it, Madison. Lift up the thing.
Lift it up gently. Is that it?
Yeah, it's going up.
Yeah. Look.
Half a tank. So.
And then lower it down, and it should go down again.
All I've done is. It's a bit. It is crusty still, but it's better than what it looked like. But I just cleaned it up with a bit of what is it, electrical stuff. It's cleaned up and it works. So I'm going to bung it back in for now. Right, things I've noticed whilst driving it. You can see that. There we focus. Come on. Yeah, we've got a little tiny leak under the thermostat housing. That's obviously me when I forgot to put I left it out, didn't I, to reuse it. So I've got a new kit for it, so I'll be putting that in. Don't know when, probably over winter or something. I don't know, but it's not losing much yet. So there's nothing really. I need to get a new battery for it because that one is off of a, don't know, something the size of a Mini or Reliant Robin or something, but it needs one slightly bigger because that is rubbish. But I've just got to keep using it basically. Wheels, still got them things on it. I had a look, when I went to the shows, I had a look at the sunroofs on the other Mantas where they put the glass ones in. They didn't look too bad, but I've got some good news. The Opel Manta Owners Club are actually making new ones of these. Hopefully we'll get a new one next year. We won't have the roof in it, but I'm not bothered about that once it gets rid of that. So that's good news. Bonnet, yeah, still waiting for that. I've got to see what it's doing because the guy's had it since the Opel Manta show, which is about 2 or 3 months. So I've got to find out what's going on there. I'm not bothered really at the minute because I don't want to fit a new bonnet on it, and it sits outside. If it obviously it was in a garage, then be all right. Now this, I was going to give it a test drive, and it had a malfunction. I'll just show you what happened. Now, for some reason, it decided to blow its guts up, which made a bit of a mess everywhere in the garage, all over the car. Luckily, I must have got to it straight after it done it, basically, because I don't think the car had much paintwork left on it. Let's pull that there. Yeah, I mean, that battery was, God knows how old. I mean, it's sat in here for that long, but I was going to take it for a spin, get it all get ready for its MOT, but that anyone who's changed a battery on one of these will know they are not nice to change. But just got to get a new battery for that, which I will do soon. As for the spacers, I'll give up on them. They'll be alright once I change them wheels, but then I went to put them wheels on with the spacers. It looked really good, but I couldn't. They wouldn't. The front won't go in the front anyway. They'll need machining out because the hub size is wrong size, and you can't. On the back of the wheels on them are flat. Like you get indents in some of the wheels where the bolts could go through, if you know what I mean. Let me just show you. It's easier for me to show you rather than explain. Where these sort of like sticking out, you got the wheel, there's about that much gap, if you know what I mean. Whereas you get other wheels and they've got indents, like behind here, they got indents, and it was sitting nicely in that. But it did look really good. It did with them. It looked really good. But just gotta get new wheels. But yeah, I've got give me a hand out of the way. I've got to prioritise at the minute. I just want to get it working. Yeah. TVR. We did do a show earlier on in the year. I done Adam C Fest, didn't it? Had its MOT straight through. Done 70 miles. And obviously, I'd like to do a little bit more, but I've got to concentrate on that. Because more miles I clock up on that, I can see the problems, sort of thing.